Hi everyone, my name is Apuraj Garakapati. Welcome to my YouTube channel Amazing Abhai. During their high school entrance exam, as a result, both are expelled from the university and will face criminal charges ruining their lives. Sometime later, Lin Zichen and Shen Jinhan are with their parents, who have moved into university housing. During this time, Lin Zichen has been training diligently. With the help of blood recovery pills, he has completed his second round of skin tempering and made 40% progress on his secondary muscle tempering. The day arrives for Shen Jinhan's gene fusion. She and Lin Zichen go to Mo Dongjai's office, where Shen Jinhan nervously admits she asked him to come for support. Mo Dongjai explains that since the dark blue jellyfish is a water attribute beast, the fusion will be easier the more water she has in her body. She hands her a large glass of water and tells her to start drinking. Shen Jinhan struggles to drink glass after glass, as her master urges her to drink more. Finally, with her stomach completely bloated, Shen Jinhan complains she can't drink anymore. Mo Dongjai says that's fine and instructs her to take off her clothes and lay on the examination bed. Mo Dongjai holds up a syringe, explaining it contains the dark blue jellyfish king gene and must be injected directly into the heart. She reassures her, promising to use her mental power to numb her pain nerves so she won't feel the injection. As Shen Jinhan lies nervously on the bed, Mo Dongjai warns her the gene fusion itself will still be incredibly painful and tells her to scream if she can't bear it. Shen Jinhan confirms she understands, and Mo Dongjai injects the gene into her chest. As Lin Zichen watches, he notes that while the fusion process typically requires precise monitoring instruments, Mo Dongjai's immense mental power makes them unnecessary. After the injection, Mo Dongjai informs Shen Jinhan that the gene fusion has begun and intense pain will soon follow. She tells her to be mentally prepared and a blushing Shen Jinhan nervously agrees. However, 2 minutes later, a confused Shen Jinhan sits up asking why she doesn't feel anything. A concerned Lin Zichen asks Mo Dongjai if there is a problem. Mo Dongjai is completely surprised, wondering how this could be possible. Shen Jinhan is left in shock, fearing her gene fusion has failed. Mo Dongjai explains to a worried Lin Zichen and Shen Jinhan that the gene fusion has failed as Shen Jinhan could not fuse with the dark blue jellyfish king gene. However, she adds that it isn't a complete failure either, which confuses them. Mo Dongjai clarifies the normal process. As long as there is no severe rejection, when the beast gene is injected, it is a success. With the help of drugs, the host's genes fuse with the beast genes, allowing the person to gain new abilities. In Shen Jinhan's case, while there was no rejection, the fusion process never started. A serious Lin Zichen asks for a more specific explanation. Mo Dongjai explains what her mental power sees. It seems Shen Jinhan's own genes have their own consciousness. They have surrounded the invading jellyfish king genes, trapping them and restricting their freedom. She states that when some jellyfish king genes tried to forcibly fuse, Shen Jinhan's genes immediately destroyed them, breaking them into fragments and absorbing them as nutrients. Now, the remaining jellyfish king genes are completely imprisoned, a situation Mo Dongjai has never seen before. Suddenly, Shen Jinhan exclaims in surprise, pointing out that her hair is changing from purple to blue. This shocks both Lin Zichen and Mo Dongjai. Mo Dongjai recognizes this as a trait of the jellyfish king and wonders how it can be expressed if the fusion failed. Lin Zichen asks Shen Jinhan if she feels anything different in her body. With her hair now blue, Shen Jinhan closes her eyes and says she can feel a new presence inside her. Once she thinks she can control, Mo Dongjai finds this perplexing, thinking that sensing and controlling the genes is the definition of a successful fusion. Wondering if she missed something, she leans close to Shen Jinhan, using her mental power to investigate again. She tells Shen Jinhan the new presence is the jellyfish king gene and instructs her to use her mental power to control it and force it into a dormant state. Shen Jinhan nods, she closes her eyes and concentrates, saying she will try. As she focuses, her hair begins to revert from blue back to its original purple. Mo Dongjai then tells her to try expressing the gene again and Shen Jinhan agrees. In an instant, a powerful blue aura surrounds her and her hair turns a brilliant blue once more. Mo Dongjai is internally stunned, realizing that renowned geniuses Li Moyu and Ma Weiwei took half a month to master making their beast genes dormant or expressed. Yet Shenjin Han learned it in a moment. A confused Lin Zichen steps closer, asking what is happening with Shenjin Han. Mo Dongjai turns to them and says she has good and bad news, asking which they want to hear first. After a moment, Shenjin Han says they will hear the bad news first. Mo Dongjai explains that the bad news is that Shenjin Han may never become a gene fuser, which shocks the girl. However, the good news, she continues with a confident smile, is that Shenjin Han is something more advanced and powerful. She can do everything a gene fuser can and even better without needing to fuse at all. Mo Dongjai explains that Shenjin Han's genes can enslave beast genes injected into her body. This means she can use their abilities without actually fusing, allowing her to avoid genetic backlash and remain a pure-blooded human. Mo Dongjai reveals that until now, no pure-blooded human has ever broken through the ordinary biological barrier to evolve. She believes Shenjin Han has the potential to be the very first pioneer on Earth to achieve this. Amazed, Shenjin Han asks if she is truly capable of something so incredible. Mo Dongjai reassures her with absolute confidence, stating that if any pure-blooded human is to break that barrier, it will be her. Lin Zichen listens to Mo Dongjai's praise, feeling a bit left out and wondering if she is looking down on him. Mo Dongjai then explains that even though Shenjin Han is not a true gene fuser, her power still comes from beast genes. For this reason, Shenjin Han must still present herself as a gene fuser to the outside world. She sternly warns them that this is a secret they must not tell anyone, not even their parent. Mo Dongjai then tells Shenjin Han there is still much to learn about her unique gene enslavement ability and instructs her to come to her office every night at 8 o'clock so they can research it together. Shenjin Han agrees. Half a month later, while Lin Zichen is meditating in his room surrounded by a fiery aura, Shenjin Han calls out that she has good news. He enters the bathroom to find her in a bubble bath, happily swirling streams of water in the air. She excitedly tells him she has learned to control water with her mental power. Lin Zichen sits on the edge of the tub, remarking that learning so quickly shows her amazing talent. Shenjin Han boasts she can do something even more impressive, revealing she can now remotely control the Kai and blood inside another person's body. She explains that her master said a light touch could cause chaos in an opponent's system, while a strong one could kill them instantly by making their blood vessels explode. Lin Zichen is surprised and suggests that if she can control another's Kai and blood, she should also be able to control her own, to temper her body. However, Shenjin Han looks downcast, explaining her master said her physical talent and Kai and blood strength are too weak, so she cannot follow the path of a pure-blooded human. Leaning close to Shenjin Han, Lin Zichen tells her she is a special existence just like him and they are capable of things ordinary people cannot do. He encourages her to try tempering her body, promising to teach her. Flustered by his closeness, Shenjin Han blushes, wondering if he is confessing his feelings. Filled with determination, she agrees she was special and declares she will be able to temper her body with her Kai and blood. As she speaks, a powerful blue aura swirls around her. For the next while, Lin Zichen patiently teaches Shenjin Han how to control her Kai and blood to temper her body, with both of them meditating surrounded by fiery auras. After some time, a sweaty but triumphant Shenjin Han exclaims she has succeeded and mastered the blood tempering art. Looking at her reddened powerful hands in amazement, Lin Zichen smiles, pleased and surprised she succeeded on her first try. He reflects on how remarkable her achievement is, noting that while her biological level is only ordinary tier 2, she learned a technique that should require the strength of someone at ordinary tier 4. Overjoyed, Shenjin Han throws her arms around Lin Zichen, exclaiming that now they are truly a perfect match. She can enslave beast genes and he can devour beast meat for the same purpose, while both can follow the path of a pure-blooded human. Lin Zichen agrees, holding her close. In less than half a month of training together, Shenjin Han completes her first full skin tempering and her biological level evolves from ordinary tier 2 to ordinary tier 3. Later, as Shenjin Han sleeps beside him, Lin Zichen lies awake, thinking it is time for her to experience real combat to temper her mind. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Apai grow naturally. He picks up his phone and browses the school's off-campus missions, settling on one to capture 21 armed drug dealers, noting the reward of 50 school credits. At 9 o'clock at night, Lin Zichen and Shenzhen Han arrive at the Shanghai City Public Security Headquarters. A friendly officer with a goatee introduces them to the team, explaining they are students from Shanghai University assisting with the case. He points out that Lin Zichen is the famous top scorer from Nanjiang province. The other officers recognize him, welcoming him and commenting on his talent and good looks. The friendly officer mentions that his godson is also a freshman in the elite genius class. He tells Lin Zichen it's a shame he joined Tan Renj, as his talent would have surely gotten him into the genius class with his godson. He advises Lin Zichen to transfer, but Lin Zichen is silent. The officer adds that he invited his godson to help with the operation, suggesting he could be a powerful friend to protect them from seniors at school. Just then a voice announces his arrival. A young man with long blue-green hair and a confident air leans in the doorway. The other officers are impressed by his presence, commenting on how lucky the officer is to have such a remarkable godson. The officer proudly greets his godson, Xiao Jian, and mentions that he heard he recently evolved to ordinary Tier 5. Xiao Jian replies modestly that his progress is normal. The officer then tells him that 2 other freshmen are on the mission, including a very pretty girl, and offers to introduce them. The godson seems intrigued by the chance to impress her. However, when the officer leads him over for the introduction, the godson is shocked to see Lin Zichen and Shen Xinghan. His confidence vanishes, replaced by horror as he realizes his chance to show off is ruined. Oblivious to his godson's distress, the officer begins the introduction. Noticing his godson's pale face, the officer asks if he is unwell. Lin Zichen internally recognizes the young man as Luoyang Jian, the top scorer from Zhejiang province, whom he defeated instantly during the freshman trial. Luoyang Jian stammers that it's nothing. He was just surprised to see people he knew. The confused officer asks if he knows them. Luoyang Jian introduces Shen Xinghan as the top scorer from Nanjiang, and Lin Zichen as the runner-up and the university's new king. Luoyang Jian adds that Lin Zichen single-handedly defeated the entire genius class during the trial, calling him the strongest in history. An embarrassed Lin Zichen tells him to be more low-key, and Luoyang Jian agrees. The officer is left completely shocked, realizing he has severely underestimated Lin Zichen. Later, at 11 o'clock, a convoy of armored vehicles drives through a dark wooded area toward the drug dealer's den. Inside, the officer hands out bulletproof vests. Lin Zichen politely refuses the gear. Luoyang Jian also refuses, boasting that mere guns cannot harm him. He thinks that while he may not be the new king, he is still a top scorer and intends to show these ordinary officers the power of a genius student. Soon, the convoy arrives at an abandoned factory. The police team storms the building. Inside, they are spotted by armed men who shout that the police are there and they need to escape. Realizing that being caught means a death sentence, the criminals fight back, opening fire. As bullets fly, the police and the 3 students die for cover behind wooden crates. As the firefight continues, Lin Zichen gets up and charges forward, panicked that he can't wait any longer. Luoyang Jian bursts from cover and runs into the hail of bullets. To a nearby officer's shock, the bullets simply bounce off his body as he charges forward. Lin Zichen follows, and the criminals are stunned as their bullets have no effect on him either. Lin Zichen unleashes a flurry of powerful punches, taking down the criminals one by one and ignoring their pleas to surrender. Seeing their comrades defeated, a desperate criminal throws a grenade, vowing to take Lin Zichen down with him. The grenade goes off in a massive explosion. Lin Zichen emerges from the smoke unharmed. Seeing the few remaining criminals trying to flee, he decides this is a good opportunity for Shen Xinghan to practice. He calls out to her, telling her it is her turn. Shen Xinghan steps forward and closes her eyes, concentrating on controlling the Kai and blood in their bodies. The fleeing criminals suddenly freeze, their bodies contorting as they scream in confusion. With a final command from Shen Xinghan, all remaining criminals collapse, unconscious. With the fight over, an officer reports finding a box of strange seeds inside the factory. The lead officer gathers Lin Zichen to examine the contents. He confirms they are demon tree seeds and must be related to the plant god cult. The other officer explains that according to the criminals, who were also human traffickers, a mysterious masked person paid them a large sum 2 months ago to spread these seeds. Now that the mission is complete, Lin Zichen tells the officer that he and his girlfriend will be leaving. The officer offers them a ride back. As they sit in the police car, Lin Zichen thinks that for safety's sake, it is best to avoid getting involved with dangerous heretic cults. However, his attention is suddenly caught by something on the ground. He notices a rat next to a pile of white powder, holding one of the red seeds. He realizes with a jolt that the rat is planting a demon tree seed and suspects a connection to the rat god cult. Turning to Shen Xinghen, he urgently tells her to inform her master, Ma Dengji, that the rat god cult may be colluding with the plant god cult to spread the seeds. A surprised Shen Xinghen agrees. At the same time, Lin Zichen calls the lead officer to report his findings, thinking matters involving heretics are best left to the public security team. Time passes. Half a month later, Shen Xinghen is on a mission capturing armed smugglers, while 3 days after that, Lin Zichen and Song Yuyuan team up to fight robbers in advance. Mechanical suits. As their first semester at university ends, life goes on. In their apartment, Lin Zichen sits on the bed, realizing he has completed the second stage of his body tempering. Just then, Shen Xinghen, who now has blue hair, hugs him from behind, excitedly announcing she has completed her first stage of body tempering. Lin Zichen is surprised. She did it so quickly. Shen Xinghen praises him, noting that her own talent is extraordinary, but asks why she only reached ordinary tier 6 when he said she should reach tier 9. Lin Zichen theorizes it's because her innate physical talent is weak. Even though her control of ki and blood is strong, the physical enhancement she gets is limited. Dejected Shen Xinghen cries, worried she will never catch up to him. Lin Zichen is taken aback. It would be strange if she could catch up, given his special system. Later, at the research institute, both Lin Zichen and Song Yuyuan are frustrated with their studies. Lin Zichen wonders aloud how to open his bodies. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Up grow naturally. Apertures. To cheer him up, Song Yuyuan offers some gossip about the messy private lives of the university's leaders. Lin Zichen then asks Song Yuyuan how many school credits he has. She informs him that by using her account to complete high-level missions, he has earned 2,400 credits. A satisfied smile appears on Lin Zichen's face. He calculates that he has enough to buy the 99 jin of 10,000 poison chimera meat required to unlock its guidebook. He asks Song Yuyuan to help him place the order. She is curious why he needs so much, but he simply says it is not convenient to explain. Respecting his privacy, she places the order for him. The meat is delivered to the research institute. But for safety, Lin Zichen takes the large box back to his apartment to begin the absorption. He places his hand on the meat and a powerful blue energy surges around him. His system confirms he has devoured a large amount of the 10,000 poison chimera's life essence, bringing the guidebook's progress to 100%. A spectral image of the fearsome beast appears behind him, as a system notification announces he has acquired the new biological attribute, immunity to 100 poisons, greatly increasing his resistance to all toxins. To test it, Lin Zichen injects his arm with a paralyzing nototoxin. 2 hours later, he flexes his muscle completely unaffected. He concludes with satisfaction that the immunity had completely neutralized the neurotoxin. Soon after, Lin Zichen accompanies Shen Qinghan to a medical building for her second gene injection. With her master, inside a sterile room, Shen Qinghan lies on an examination table. Mo Dongjai explains that before injecting a second gene, she must first examine the status of the jellyfish king gene within her. However, as she places her hand on Shen Qinghan's chest, Mo Dongjai's expression turns to utter shock. She asks in disbelief how Shen Qinghan's biological level could have evolved so rapidly from ordinary tier 2 to ordinary tier 6. A shy Shen Qing unexplains to her master that she has been practicing the blood tempering art and completed her first full body tempering a few days ago. Mo Dongjai is amazed and asks how she achieved this. Shen Qinghan explains she used the water control ability from the jellyfish king gene to help manipulate her own kai and blood. Overcome with pride, Mo Dongjai caresses Shen Qinghan's shoulder. She calls her a true genius and predicts she will become one of humanity's strongest fighters. With this, Mo Dongjai decides to test her students' limits. She holds up 5 syringes with different aberrant beast genes, explaining she will inject all of them to see the limits of the genes Shen Qinghan can enslave. The 5 genes represent the 5 core elements. Mo Dongjai informs Shen Qinghan. She is starting the injections and she quietly agrees. Mo Dongjai watches in surprise as Shen Qinghan's own genes immediately attack and destroy the first injected gene, the Earth attribute Armored Earth Dragon. She realizes the next 3 injections, representing fire, wood, and metal, all suffer the same fate, being completely destroyed by Shen Qinghan's dominant genes. Mo Dongjai concludes that only the final gene, the water attribute Life and Death Toad, managed to survive. Shen Qinghan's genes successfully enslaved it, and she excitedly demonstrates her new ability to Lin Zichen. Mo Dongjai theorizes that Shen Qinghan can only enslave water attribute genes. To confirm this, she injects her with 3 more different types of water attribute genes. After the procedure, Mo Dongjai asks her student how she feels. Shen Qinghan complains that she feels uncomfortable, as if she has eaten too much. Mo Dongjai realizes the 3 new genes were also destroyed and absorbed. She concludes that for now, Shen Qinghan can only enslave 2 types of aberrant beast genes. As she helps Shen Qinghan sit up, Mo Dongjai explains her theory for this. She suggests Shen Qinghan's physical or mental strength is not yet strong enough to enslave more than 2 genes. She reassures her that as her strength increases, she will be able to enslave more. Hearing this, Shen Qinghan's face lights up with joy and she declares she will work hard on her training. Mo Dongjai then explains the new abilities Shen Qinghan has gained from the Life and Death Toad gene, which allows her to secrete a special mucus with powerful healing and lubricating effects. With a suggestive tone, she adds that if they ever need it in the future, they can use it. This remark causes both Lin Zichen and Shen Qinghan to blush. Changing the subject, Mo Dongjai makes an important announcement. She informs them that this year's freshman competition has been moved up to the middle of January. She tells Shen Qinghan she is looking forward to her performance and hopes she will place in the top 5, which would grant her a spot in a special winter training camp. Shen Qinghan accepts the challenge, promising to do her best. Lin Zichen, who has been listening quietly, looks surprised by this news. Later, in Lin Zichen's apartment, a meal is on the dining table. Xu Rui arrives, playfully announcing she's come to bother them again. Shen Qinghan tells her not to say that and to visit more often while Lin Zichen welcomes her in. Shen Qinghan notices Xu Rui's many shopping bags and asks why she has so much. Xu Rui explains that her family's clothing store got a new shipment and she found several couples' outfits she thought would suit them perfectly, bringing them. As a gift, she hands a bag to Lin Zichen, saying she has already washed the clothes and that they should try them on. Moments later, Lin Zichen and Shen Qinghan are modeling the first outfit. Xu Rui asks them to pose for a picture, cheekily remarking she could use their photos as models for her online store. Lin Zichen playfully realizes her plan while Shen Qinghan smiles for the camera. They then change into a second cooler black outfit and Xu Rui exclaims this set looks even better. After trying on a third matching set, Xu Rui declares that any couple would want to buy them. With the fashion show over, Lin Zichen calls them to the dining table, reminding them to eat before the food gets cold, and the girls happily agree. As they eat, Shen Qinghan tells Lin Zichen that on their way back, she and Xu Rui encountered a mean senior. She explains the senior, relying on her superior strength, tried to snatch their bags, likely only backing off because another student recognized her as Lin Zichen's girlfriend. A weary Xu Rui chimes in, explaining this is the same senior who had previously borrowed her makeup and never returned it. She clarifies the senior was targeting her, and Shen Qinghan was unfortunately dragged into it. Shen Qinghan insists this is outrageous and that they must seek justice after their meal. Xu Rui is hesitant, pointing out the bully is on the student council and her boyfriend is also an official there, making her someone they can't afford to offend. However, Shen Qinghan is encouraged by Lin Zichen, who firmly states he will go with them, leaving Xu Rui to wonder what they have to fear with him. On their side, the group knows the second-year students are having their martial arts class in the gym, so they head there. When Lin Zichen, Shen Qinghan, and Xu Rui arrive, the crowd immediately takes notice, recognizing him as the new King Lin Zichen, and wondering why he has come. Shen Qinghan points out the bully, a senior with reddish-pink hair named Lai Ziki. Lin Zichen asks her if it is true she borrowed makeup from his friend and hasn't returned it. Lai Ziqi dismissively replies she will return it when she is done, accusing Chu Rui of being petty. An angry Chu Rui retorts that Lai Ziqi always takes her brand new makeup and gives back nearly empty products. Lai Ziqi denies this, and her friend backs her up. As Chu Rui gets more upset, Lin Zichen steps between them, questioning Lai Ziqi's reason. He then turns to a nearby teacher and asks for clarification on the school's survival of the fittest rule, wanting to know if it means the strong can trample the weak. The teacher explains the university's dual rules. He clarifies the weak can challenge the strong unconditionally, but the strong must get the weak's consent to initiate a fight. He explains, strength is determined by combat power rankings or by year level, if a student is unranked. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Pi grow naturally. Lastly, he adds that to start a challenge, both participants must wager an equal amount of school credits, with the winner taking all. If they can't agree, the default wager is 1 credit. This last rule surprises Lai Ziqi. A confident smile appears on Lin Zichen's face as he understands the rules' implications. He states this means he can challenge her unconditionally right now. Lai Ziqi taunts Lin Zichen, asking if a boy with a clear physical advantage is really planning to bully a girl like her. Internally, she is nervous, knowing her biological level is only ordinary tier 5 and that she will be no match for him. Seeing through her bluff, Lin Zichen turns to Shen Qinghan and instructs her to be the one to challenge Lai Ziqi, which surprises her. Understanding his intention, Shen Qinghan's expression becomes serious, and she agrees. A panicked Churdui immediately tries to intervene, warning Lin Zichen not to fall for the senior's taunts and begging him not to let Shen Qinghan fight. She internally frets, recalling how Shen Qinghan had always been at the bottom of their class with her, and thinks sending her to fight now would be sending her to get beaten up. Shen Qinghan calmly places a reassuring hand on her friend's shoulder and tells her not to worry. With a confident look, she declares that she can win. A blushing Churdui is moved by her friend's sudden coolness and can only watch in admiration. Shen Qinghan then leaps forward, landing gracefully on the dueling floor. She introduces herself as Shen Qinghan from the first-year Genius class and formally challenges Lai Ziqi from the second-year Evolution class too. Annoyed, Lai Ziqi wonders where this freshman gets the confidence to win, while the students in the crowd comment on how beautiful and cool Shen Qinghan looks. Dismissing her opponent as just a pretty face, Lai Ziqi lands on the dueling floor and proposes they make the stakes higher. She confidently wagers 10 school credits. A teacher confirms both parties have agreed. Shen Qinghan accepts the wager, also risking 10 school credits. The two fighters take their stances, confirm they are ready, and the teacher officially starts the match. The moment the fight begins, Shen Qinghan's hair flashes from purple to a brilliant blue as she charges forward with incredible speed. Lai Ziqi is shocked, exclaiming at how fast her opponent is. Before she can react, Lai Ziqi suddenly freezes, her body trembling uncontrollably. She wonders what is happening, feeling dizzy and unable to move. Seizing the opportunity, Shen Qinghan delivers a single, powerful high kick to Lai Ziqi's face. The force sends the senior flying backward across the gymnasium, crashing hard onto the floor. In the crowd, Chu Rui and the other students are left in utter shock, with Chu Rui wondering aloud when her friend became so powerful. Lai Ziqi's friend cries out her name in concern. She rushes to the side of the unconscious Lai Ziqi and makes a frantic phone call to a man named Jin Mingyu, telling him his girlfriend has been kicked and might have a concussion and that he needs to come to the gym immediately. The person on the other end confirms he is on his way, holding her defeated friend. The girl glares at Shen Qinghan's group, furiously telling them they are in big trouble now. In a high-tech facility, students from the Genius class train inside large transparent pods filled with energy. Onlookers are impressed, as top students like Lai Mo Yu and Loyong Jian perform exceptionally well, and Mao Weiwei also achieves a high score. After that session, a teacher tells the class the training was demanding and that they should rest. He then announces that the freshman competition has been moved up to January 18th, surprising the students. The news energizes Lai Mo Yu, who declares he can't wait to finally defeat Lin Zichen. He confidently states he has undergone multiple gene fusions and is now close to ordinary tier 7, believing Lin Zichen, who has none, is now far weaker. Other students agree, calling Lin Zichen's decision to remain a pure-blooded human a waste of his talent. Hearing this, Ma Yy gives them a stern look, telling them not to judge others' choices, which makes them quickly apologize. Ma Yy then looks around and realizes Shen Qinghan, usually a model student, is absent from their first advanced training session, which she finds strange. She asks the second-year teacher about Shen Qinghan's whereabouts, and he informs her that Shen Qinghan requested leave for an urgent, personal matter. Suddenly, another student bursts in, shouting that Lin Zichen and Shen Qinghan are causing trouble downstairs, and that Shen Qinghan has just beaten up a popular girl from the second-year evolution class. Intrigued, the entire class, including Lai Mo Yu, rushes out to see what is happening. Down in the gymnasium, a furious girl holds a crying Lai Ziqi, whose face is bruised. Lai Ziqi is distraught, screaming that her face is ruined. Her friend yells at Shen Qinghan, calling her vicious for kicking someone in the face so hard. Standing before them, a shocked Shen Qinghan stammers an apology, explaining she didn't control her strength properly. As Shen Qinghan apologizes, Xu Yue takes her hand and tells her not to, insisting it wasn't her fault her opponent was less skilled. As they try to leave, Lai Ziqi's friend grabs Shen Qinghan's arm, shouting that they cannot just walk away. Lin Zichen steps in, slapping her hand away from Shen Qinghan. He warns her that if she continues to bother them, he will use force. Lai Ziqi's friend sneers, taunting him about being the new king and daring him to punch her in the face as well. Without hesitation, Lin Zichen punches her squarely in the face, remarking that he has never heard such a strange request. The system indicates he has gained 1 school credit. Just then, a very muscular student council discipline officer Jin Mingyu arrives on the scene. He is Lai Ziqi's boyfriend. Seeing both girls on the floor crying with bruised faces, a furious Jin Mingyu confronts Lin Zichen, questioning if it was necessary to hit girls so hard. Lin Zichen calmly replies that he finds his girlfriend bullying freshmen to be far more excessive, but Jin Mingyu dismisses the accusation, telling him not to speak without proof. At that moment, Luo Yongjin steps forward, telling Jin Mingyu he has seen his girlfriend bully ordinary freshmen on many occasions. Tired of arguing, Lin Zichen tells Jin Mingyu that if he wants justice, he should challenge him to a fight now, because he doesn't have time to waste talking. Jin Mingyu angrily accepts. He then proposes a wager of 300 school credits on the match, asking if a mere freshman can afford it. To everyone's surprise, Lin Zichen calmly confirms that he can. From the sidelines, Ma Weiwei expresses her shock, wondering how Lin Zichen dares to fight Jin Mingyu, a powerful ordinary tier Roman 7. Luo Yongjin, however, seems amused, commenting that he has never considered such a bold way to show off. In the center of the Jin's dueling floor, Lin Zichen and Jin Mingyu face each other as the challenge begins. Immediately, Jin Mingyu transforms into a massive muscular lion-like creature with a wild mane and sharp claws. The pressure from his transformed state is so intense that the watching students are shaken, wondering how Lin Zichen could possibly win. With a roar, the transformed Jin Mingyu charges ferociously toward him. Despite the display of power, Lin Zichen remains calm. Jin Mingyu declares that since Lin Zichen's girlfriend dared to hit his girlfriend's face, he will now smash Lin Zichen's face. Jin Mingyu strikes Lin Zichen's face, sending a powerful shock wave through the air. The result is instantaneous and shocking. Jin Mingyu's hand shatters upon impact with Lin Zichen's face. The beastly senior collapses to his knees, clutching his mangled hand. Duration, -0.3s and screaming in agony. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Amazing Apai. Subscribing makes sure you do not miss the next video, and it gives me motivation to keep improving the quality of every upload. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.